MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 3 of the National League Division Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Milwaukee Brewers. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
And you got to figure here in a 5-game series, the odds are long for coming back when you're down 2-0. But hey, it's not impossible. It's been done before, but you can bet the other guys are hungry to end this thing right here and now to give themselves a couple of days off before the next series. This should be a good one.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Milwaukee Brewers.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two guys who get the ball here in Game 3. With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Dero, what's your take on this lineup as they look to lock up the division series?
Hey, Matt, the first thing I notice when I walk into Miller Park is those gaps are super tight. You got to get greedy in a ballpark like this. There's a lot of damage to be had. This park plays really tiny at times, so look for this offense to try and drive the ball.
Zach Davies will do his best on the mound to keep his team alive here in the division series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, thanks, Matt. Zach Davies coming on to pitch. Not a big, strong guy, but he's a control guy that pumps the strike zone full of strikes. 89 to 92 miles an hour with sink, has a curveball, has the slider, and also the straight changeup. He needs all 4 of his pitches, not overpowering. You'll know if he's on early, he'll be throwing a lot of ground balls.
So here's how the Brewers are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at one of the most dynamic infielders in our sport, and that's Orlando Arcia. Playing up the middle, shortstop, premium position, cannon arm, highlight reel plays, the ability to make the routine one as well. The bat will continue to get better.
And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Line drive to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the Phillies get a man on to start out the inning.
Hard bullet single to left field on a pitch that was kind of middle down in the zone, Dero, and he's going to have to make some better pitches than that one.
Yeah, if he's going to leave pitches over the heart of the plate, he's going to have a long night. The middle of this order does serious damage.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Head-to-head numbers against Zach Davies. He has a 3 for 12 line. He also has 1 home run. Now the 0-1. A bouncer up the middle. Arcia gloves it. A bare hand for 1. On to first, and they get the double play.
Batting third, left fielder,
and that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get it.
Meanwhile, now this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
It's always nice to get something cooking in the first inning, even with 2 outs. Now your cleanup man steps to the plate and has a chance to drive in the first run of the game.
So now Carlos Santana, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
Hey, I know we're only in the top of the first, but back-breaking blows are those 2 out runners in scoring position knocks, and they have a chance to capitalize right here.
Boy, Dero, you touched on it right there. I think as a pitcher, you try to get through that first inning and not have to show all of your pitches and empty out the bucket. That 2-out double right now, he's going to have to buckle down to try to keep this game scoreless.
And set up behind the plate, Rusty Valentine, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew for this one.
Hey, you know, Dero, Rusty Valentine, he's known for having a high and a low strike zone, but he's pretty good east and west. You better keep it on the corners.
Yeah, I'm okay with Rusty's zone, without question. You know he's going to elevate. It's north-south, so you're...
Oh, hang on now. This ball is deep down the line in right. It looks to have the distance, and it's fair, a home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field. His first homer here in the series as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead. In real time, it was obvious that ball was crushed, and with show track, we see our eyes didn't deceive us. The exit velocity checked in at 119 miles an hour, which is right up there with some of the hardest hit balls we've seen. Standing in now, Danny Ortiz, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1.
Hey, I know there's a lot of game left, but that is such an important run there in the top of the first. Try and silence this crowd. I can't tell you, in postseason play, 1 run feels like 3 or 4.
And here's a pitch high and tight for a ball, 1-1. Lifted the other way down the left field line. After it is Yelich. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. But the fighting strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. Home half of the first coming up from Miller Park. It's now 2-0 Philly. Time now for a look at the hometown Brewers starting lineup. Dero, tell us about this lineup as they try to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Well, Matt, this lineup finds themselves down 2 runs. Nothing crazy. Everyone relax. Stay within the game plan. Find a way to execute and get 1 run on the board and get back in this.
Cole Hamels will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Cole Hamels, one of the top left-handed pitchers in the game of baseball. Early on in his career with the Philadelphia Phillies, was really almost the ace of those really good Philadelphia Philly teams. His best pitch, the straight changeup. His changeup was as good as it is now when he was in high school coming out of San Diego, California. 93 to 95, will throw the overhand curveball, but primarily a 2-pitch pitcher. Fastball and a lot of straight changeups.
Leading off for the Brewers, center fielder.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Hit to short. Crawford fields it cleanly. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. And hold on a minute now. It looks like we may see that last call challenged here. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there. And we're going to take another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that angle. So we'll see what the decision is from the dugout, whether they want to challenge or not.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
The Phillies have elected to...
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty.
Overturned, and the batter rules out.
Into the box now, Jonathan Villar. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. But that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. And it's 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
The 1-2. Hits this one hard the other way. Throw on to first, and Hamels has retired the first 2 in the inning. And with 2 away, look at our playoff tree here. And our winner here gets set to take on the LA Dodgers in the NLCS. And now pitch on the way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Previously against Cole Hamels, comes in with 6 hits in 19 tries. He's taken him deep once. Chop foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit back up the middle. Crawford gloves it. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They're down 2-0. Here's Brock Holt now. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Holt, sometimes referred to as the Brock Star. He was a 9th round pick back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Count now, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
The 2-1. 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change, he had to be sitting off speed right there.
Here now the 2-2. Hit down the line at first. To his left, Aguilar. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
Catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Now at the plate, Jorge Alfaro. First offering on its way. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-1. Takes this the other way to right. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. The 1-0. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball, 1-1. Alfaro, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. In the air, down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Now another 1-2. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball two.
Great job to keep your hands back and not fully commit. The body was out in front on a great changeup right there, but he was able and strong enough to keep his hands back.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number two. Riding in, Cole Hamels. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way. In there, a base hit.
Hey, don't let the fact that this guy's on the mound fool you right here. This guy has a nice approach at the plate, knows what he's doing, has history. I'm not surprised he was able to mix in a base hit.
In now, Cesar Hernandez. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. He singled to open up the ball game. A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man. Two men are on with two men out. Lifted down the line in left. Yelich on the move. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up. Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are turned away. They get nothing out of this situation as the inning is over.
Leading off for the Brewers.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Domingo Santana.
Line drive base hit.
A nice leadoff single to start the second right there. They're already down. They got to find a way to stay on the attack and get back in this game. We'll see how they play it here.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Here's a strike. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Sort of surprising to see a five-hole hitter take two in a row for strikes to start an at-bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can battle back.
The 0-2 once more. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. One ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home is in there for strike one. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Santana leads off first with one away. Fouled away.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
set and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. A fastball that finds the outside corner.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
And it's fouled away. The next 0-2. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And that finds its way through for a base hit. Throwing to second. Santana rounds the corner and is headed home. But he'll be in there with a double. The runner from first crosses the plate. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
No balls and a strike to count. He's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, make a pitch right here and get out of this. Get the boys in the dugout and regroup a little bit. One run is not going to kill you.
Popped him up. And Santana will put the squeeze on this one, and the inning is over. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on MLB Network from the home of the Brewers, Miller Park. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Odubel Herrera, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early? In the count, I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Called strike, and he's behind 1-2. And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. Digging in, Rhys Hoskins. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. Grounded back up the middle, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit. Oh, but the feed is offline. Couldn't hit the shortstop covering the bag.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here's Carlos Santana now. In there, now the throw.
And hey, it was a breaking ball.
Now meanwhile, the throw to second is there, and he is out trying to steal the base. And a waste pitch there, 1-2. Two and two now with 2 away and the base is empty. Hit sharply on the ground, and that will be a base hit here for Santana.
Hey, not an easy thing to do right there, D-Row, with that stacked infield on the right side. To hit it through where the shift is Have to hit that in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he found a good result right there, Dan. Pitcher actually executed right there. Got him to hit it where he wanted to. Put good barrel, good contact on that ball, and was able to find the hole.
Stepping in now, Danny Ortiz. Line towards center field. Kane will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Phillies strand one. They lead it 2-1. Now in the box, Zach Davies. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Pitcher, Zach Davies.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, just a miserable effort there. It's 0-1.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. And not much of an effort there as he'll look at strike three called. And on 3 pitches, he's your first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 6.
Striding into the box, Lorenzo Cain. First pitch of the at-bat. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, second baseman, Jonathan Villar.
Standing in, Jonathan Villar. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that pitch catches the inside corner.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Now the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 now. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Lined into right, a base hit. So the 2-out hit will bring Christian Yelich in this inning.
The left fielder, number 22, Christian Yelich.
Into the box now, Christian Yelich. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that one right down Main Street.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Still 1-2. Tapper up the line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. Game 3 moves forward to the 4th inning now. The Phillies lead it 2-1. Here's Brock Holt now as we begin the top of the 4th.
Leading off for Philadelphia, third baseman, Brock Holt.
First offering on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. A fastball that just misses inside. Now the 2-0 home. Right side. To his left, VR. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Good pitch right there to run the 2-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as the result.
Standing in now, Jorge Alfaro. He swings and grounds it to short. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. First time up, he went down looking. Now here's the pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Santana giving chase, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They still lead it 2-1. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Domingo Santana. He'll lead it off here against Cole Hamels.
Domingo Santana.
First delivery to him on the way. And a ball 1-0. The 1-0 home is looked at for the first strike.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
The 1-1 takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
He'll be kicking himself tonight if he doesn't come up with a big knock right here. That pitch was in a hittable location, and a hitter of this caliber usually doesn't let that go by.
1-2, here it comes. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Into the box, Jesus Aguilar. No balls and 1 strike. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. 0-1 is a circle change that's over for a called strike.
You know, it's great to be patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but you have to be ready to hit. And that was a really hittable pitch, and now you've got to deal with an 0-2 count.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the second time this afternoon.
Up next for Milwaukee, third baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Travis Shaw. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. A ball and no strikes.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Now here it comes. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So Hamels had it work in that half of the inning. And it remains a 2-1 ball game. Standing in, Paul Hamels. He singled his last time up.
The pitcher number 35, Cole Hamels.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that misses for ball 1. The 1-0. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Kane comes on now, and he has it 1 down.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Cesar Hernandez, a hit in 2 tries so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Line toward right center. And a dive, but he comes up empty, and this is big trouble now out in right center. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers thinking. He's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He swings, and it's a line drive to left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And the run is in to score from third. It's now 3-1.
Up next for Philadelphia, left fielder, Rhys Hoskins.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. First pitch of the at-bat. And the changeup just missed the inside corner.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
A 1-0 delivery. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. Hard hit ball to short. Scooped up on the backhand. The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. Last half of the 5th coming up. Phillies lead this one 3-1. Stepping in, Manny Pena. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
You know, we haven't seen that pitch from him in a while, but it looks like he's got pretty good feel for it. If he's going to pick and choose when he's going to use it, he could steal some strikes that way.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hoskins waits on it. 1 down.
The batter number 3, shortstop.
So digging in now, Orlando Arcia. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Hit to first, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting,
So striding forward now, Zach Davies. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Seared down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. We'll see Carlos Santana when we come back. 5 innings complete. It's the Phillies 3 and the Brewers 1. Here's Carlos Santana now.
Leading off for Philadelphia, first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. In there for strike one, 0-1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attacking a philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Kane has a play, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, right fielder, Danny Ortiz.
Stepping into the box, Danny Ortiz. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Lifted in the air out towards left center. After it is Yelich. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the. In now is Lorenzo Cain. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
The 1-0 home. Fouled off. The 1-1. Misses for the second ball. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. The 2-2. Hits the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
Just flat out froze him there. Nothing too deceptive about that four-seam fastball, so I think he wasn't expecting it at all.
Into the box now, Jonathan Villar. As he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The windup and the 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. To center field. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Hey, D-Row, that's a one-out single right there. Hey, the pitcher hasn't pitched out of the stretch in a while. He's been pretty sharp so far in this one.
Yeah, and hopefully that runner right there can get his attention a little bit more diverted on first base, and then he leaves a cookie over the middle of the plate.
In is Christian Yelich. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
In now, Domingo Santana. As the first pitch here is a bit high, it's ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
Count is 1-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1. Score holds. It's 3-1. Back here at Miller Park in Milwaukee. On to the 7th now in Game 3, but before it gets underway, we take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Sandy Robinson is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Sandy Robinson.
Into the box, Jorge Alfaro. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Missed with a slider. Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And the 1-0 is sent out to straightaway center field. And there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th.
The batter, number 2.
Now batting, J.P. Crawford. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch on its way. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he will not have a play behind him. It's an infield single.
The pitcher, number 35, Cole Hamels.
The pitcher, Cole Hamels, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. Now a bunt attempt here. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And they indeed want the pitcher to move his runners as he puts this one down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
Now batting, second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
So the lineup flips over and digging in, Cesar Hernandez. 2 for 3 for him so far, including a triple. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
Coming to the plate now, Odubel Herrera. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. On a line, that's a base hit. 1 run is scored. The relay throw. The throw, and he's tagged out at third. But on the play, 2 runs come across to score.
Now batting, left fielder.
Digging in, Rhys Hoskins. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First offering on its way. Ball 1.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
The 1-0. Liner toward right center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 7th inning stretch time upcoming here in Wisconsin. Philadelphia is on top 5-1. Stepping up now, Jesus Aguilar will try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Here comes the first pitch. And that one right down Main Street.
They haven't gotten much going against this guy so far in this one. He's been pitching well. And one of the key numbers to look at, first pitch strikes over 70% so far in this outing.
The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my men on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. No hits to this point. A 1 pitch on its way. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. Nothing in 2 now.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Well, he's really rolling on the mound right now. All you have to do is look at the last 4 hitters for evidence. All 4 of them have gone down on strikes, as you're seeing here. That's not easy to do, so you know he's got to be pretty dialed in out there.
Stepping in now, Manny Pena. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2. 7th inning here in a 5-1 ball game. Hit back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. Good work in a pitcher's count to get on base and keep the inning alive.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Hit out towards second. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Brewers strand 1. They're down here 5-1. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Matt Albers will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Hernan Perez will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one.
Well, late in a game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
Shot toward right center. Kane will back up and put this away for a long out, number one.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tough pitch to lay off. The slider stays high for ball one. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball two. Sliced hard on the ground. Perez scoops it up. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's Brock Holt now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Now here it comes. Lined into left center. Solid base hit for him. His first of the afternoon.
Boy, Dero, anytime a lefty takes that pitch on the outer third and drives it the other way, you have to be awfully impressed.
Yeah, you have to be. It reminds me of Will Clark back in the day taking that ball the other way. You have to be able to play with the whole field to have success in the big leagues today.
Strike one to start the at-bat. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. Bouncer to the left side. Shaw has it. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. One left for Philadelphia. They're up 5-1. Settling in now, Hernan Perez. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. 0-1 the count. And he powers to cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
The center fielder, number 6.
In now is Lorenzo Cain, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And there's the fastball by Hamels, good for strike one.
You see there, the pitch count is up to 88. And at this point in the game, that's a good place to be. So I think we'll see him stay out there for at least a little while longer.
He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
Wow, talk about being efficient. How about 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts? Doesn't get much better than that.
Stepping into the box, Jonathan Villar. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
2 out, nobody on. High in the air out towards shallow right. Ortiz is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Gone in order are the Brewers. They're down 5-1. Oliver Drake enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Oh, 0-2 the count to Crawford. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
From the stretch. Lazy fly ball out to center field. VR into shallow center, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Into the box, Cesar Hernandez. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. The 0-1 delivery. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Yelich is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Phillies down in order. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Stepping in, Christian Yelich. He'll lead it off with his guys needing a ninth inning rally here if they're going to force a game 4.
Christian Yelich.
Here's the first pitch. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
Well, when you're out there trying to wrap up a CG, a complete game, you definitely don't want to start the leadoff guy with 3 straight balls.
Good release on the circle change. 2-1 now. Line to the right side. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right. So coming to the plate, Domingo Santana. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Edobre Ramos takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. Here's the first pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Fielded cleanly to second for 1. On to first. Not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Standing in now, Jesus Aguilar. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Ortiz is there, and there are 2 men gone now.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now at the plate, Travis Shaw. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. And that misses. Ball 1. Cole Hamels in line for the victory should the lead hold. And he fouls this one off. The 1-1 pitch. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. The Brewers down to their final strike. He struck him out, and that'll do it as they've won this series, so they'll move on.
Well, my advice to them is to enjoy this moment, celebrate with teammates, and then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS. They've wet their beaks with this postseason success. Now they want some more.
And fellas, the outing turned in by the man you see there certainly can't go unrecognized. Cole Hamels. Take a snapshot of that. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he ended up handing things off to his bullpen buddies in the ninth, but still, 8 strong innings from him really showed a lot in this one.
For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our hard-working crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the National League Division Series.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 5 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Brewers, 1 run on 6 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 52 minutes. Our paid attendance at Miller Park this afternoon, 42,200. The Brewers thank you for attending today's game and remind you to please drive home safely.